morning, everybody. Hope that you have had your coffee. You're ready to get this day started right. Here's an interesting fact. Today is National Plum Pudding Day. Now, that fact is not going to help you in any way, nor is it connected to anything we're going to talk about. But what I do want to talk to you today about, I want to provide you some biblical instruction on how you can know what challenges today to accept and which ones not to accept. And so we begin today in the book of Exodus, where we are introduced to an individual that would play a very specific and defined role. His name was Bezalel, and the Bible tells us he was the master craftsman that was placed over the building of the furnishings of Moses' temple. Listen to what the Lord speaks to Moses in Exodus chapter 31 concerning Bezalel. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Look, I have specifically chosen Bezalel, son of Uri, grandson of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. I have filled him with the Spirit of God, giving him great wisdom, ability, and expertise in all kinds of crafts. He is a master craftsman, expert in working with gold, silver, and bronze." The Lord speaks to Moses concerning the very important vision of the building of the temple and says, "I've already been preparing the man that is going to be given the oversight of the crafting of all the furnishings in the temple." The Bible says that God had filled him with the Spirit of God, giving him great wisdom, ability, and expertise in crafts. And then the final verse said he is a master craftsman. It was a present ability that he had already been honing and refining that would lead him to the next great challenge of his life. Life is filled with challenges. Some spend their life pursuing every challenge that comes along. These individuals become what has been labeled the jack of all trades and the master of none. We end up doing a lot, but accomplishing little. One way that we allow wisdom to guide us in choosing the challenges that we will accept is by applying the Bezalel principle. This principle is simply stating that I will choose to accept the next challenge because it's an area of insight that I already have. His life had already been preparing him for this new challenge that was coming. Now, I can guarantee you that had Jason, me, been around in the time of building the tabernacle of Moses, God would not have spoken to Moses to appoint Jason to build the furnishings. See, I'm the guy that has trouble building a house consisting of 2 Legos. The last handyman that came through to work on our house, some appliances in our house, he begged me not to ever try to fix anything in my house again. He said, just make a list and then leave it alone. So if Moses would have approached me, I'm certain that I would have respectfully looked at Moses and said, "You've got the wrong guy." Because it's easy to get bogged down trying to win races that we are not equipped to run. When I was in high school, my senior year, I decided to go out for the track team. Now, I hated running, so I wanted the race to be over as quickly as possible. So I signed up to try out for the shortest sprint possible. It didn't take too many times lining up against the competition to make it very clear to me that if I was going to stay on the track team, it was not going to be sprinting. However, my coach noticed that while I was not the fastest runner, I had a fierce competitive nature as well as strong endurance. And so he asked me to consider running the 2-mile run, 8 laps around the track. The thought of running 2 miles did not incite enthusiasm or excitement within me. However, my coach had rightfully identified that I was much better equipped to run the longer distance. And while I still am waiting on the call from the Olympic Committee, I did that year finish in a few times better place than last place over the course of the season. Refuse today to be lured into a place of mediocrity by accepting challenges that you do not have some level of insight or expertise in. Not only will you lessen your level of frustration, but you will amplify your impact. So today, how will I know the next challenge that is waiting on me, whether I should accept it or not? One way of identifying that is, am I already honing an area of expertise? Do I already have insight in this area?